Whew. Hello everybody. You guys are doing good. We're gonna do something a little different today. Stone and bone, hammerstone, bone. But I don't know if this is really bone because it's antler, but you guys get where I was going with that. All right, so turn this off. What I'm gonna do is I've got a special little project which I will announce in a next video. And I'm gonna warm up a little bit with this hammerstone. And you can see where I've been pecking the heck out of some stuff right there. Doing some good reduction. This little ugly spall broke into it. Look at this little light blue. That almost looks like Avon shirt, that light color. Some flakes of that I got years ago. So we're gonna warm up for a project that requires Aboriginal knapping. And this guy is so ugly. We might as well take some wax on that. Put this aside, not because it's actually horrible rock, but there's a seam there. There's a seam there. Seam, I mean, crystal pocket. This is not the best rock. But it can give us a little bit of practice. Maybe I should pick something better than that. Let's see here. Got some of my problem stuff sitting over here. Problematic, but nice. Let's do this. This might be a little more solid, a little better for what I'm trying to actually accomplish here, which is get some good solid hits, make sure my strikes are on. You guys can see this big piece of coral. It's pretty good here, not so good there, but that's okay. That means the good stuff's in there. Gonna start with the hammerstone to remove some heavier stuff. You can see the shape isn't perfect. We got some off of here because of course I knocked the spall off and that was probably the flat side. We still got the cortex on this side. So we got to be careful not to snap it in half, but it's pretty dang thick still. So I think what we could do is again start working on the tip and the base, get some of this cortex off so we can get into it, and then just start ripping some hits across there and making some progress. Turn this way a little bit. Okay. Take one here at the end. Not so shabby. Try to work some of this side off. That was nice. Cut right under that cortex, which is really what we want at this point. Let's see here. Let me knock these down just a little bit and rough them up. We could probably take these straight across there. Thins this side up a little bit and it drops our edge to where we need it to work some of that cortex. Let's see here. Actually looks a little more to that side than I thought, so we'll just go ahead and rip another one right off of here. Not exactly ideal. Y'all get the point of what's trying to happen though. I'll just get warmed up here and I'll start yapping a little more. There we go. Side's a little rougher than I thought. I think that's the deal because I'm having to really wail with this little guy. You wait, I'll get into it. Don't worry. was probably the bulb of percussion. Just looking at it. Nice. All right, we're getting some flakes now. All right. Nope. Nope. We need a bigger hammerstone. Oh, that side's tough. Get back over here. That side flake's pretty good. That's actually a cool looking flake. Into the cool looking flake pile. I need a better angle. I'm just hitting into a brick wall right there, okay? So that's really what I'm looking for. I've got my antler here, but I'll be honest, I don't think it's gonna do me any better to have the antler. I think this is just rough concrete. There we go. Hey, that wasn't so bad. Change the angle instead of just keep going straight in. I tried to hit this way a little, which can be dangerous, but that worked out. That worked out. All right. Pop, 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 pop. See, hammerstone getting worn here, here. That's the deal. Oh yeah, just flaking some good stuff off that side. Sometimes the hammerstone just peels them off with the tiniest little pecks. If you have that lip set up right. And you see this platform. Well, if I can hit it, well, that was a bad example. Leave it to me to try to point to something exactly like that. That's okay. We're learning, right? Go through here. Because once I get this thinned up, different story. See who's laughing then. It's okay to keep rotating your piece if that helps you get a better visual of what's going on both sides. If you can see that platform's to this side, which is what we want right now. There we go. Oh, weird little guy there. I'll get that. There we go. Starting to rip them. Honestly, I'm going to take one off this back side because that's what it looks like this is set up for. We'll see. I don't know if I'm cheating. Oh, no! I don't know if I'm cheating by using my braider. Maybe I'll just start using this. Use this guy. You do this at night, all you can see is sparks, sparks, sparks. Pretty cool. All right. These angles aren't the best. That one's all right. Take one off of here. Got that. Get out of here. Got that. This area is a little fragile. You go slow, and you will grind it basically until it's not gonna break anymore. And once you do that, you're pretty good. We'll rub it all over. Really easy way to cut yourself if you slip. Had a little too much late night corn tonic. We're gonna hit one right here, clear across to that side. It still looks thin to me, so try. Yeah, we're gonna try it. We stiffened it up, right? Nope. I'm trying to move down to these different platforms to see if I can attack any of them. ridge is gonna have to abrade for me. I'm gonna make it, and it feels like it worked. Now, you would think that's an easy hit. It'd probably be easier with a heavy piece of copper, but not right now. It's not easy. I'm gonna hit right there. We're gonna see if we can't. All right, that worked. We wanna line it up. Now we got a nice little ridge there. It might peel this off. Might come off a little easier. Yes! That was the sound we wanted. Try again. All right. This side's not looking so bad. We're getting into something, evening some stuff out, but we still, goal here, we got to peel this backside. Be careful around the back. Try not to send any shock waves directly up there, even though it's thick as a dinosaur still and feeling half raw. This is just Clovis training, folks. That's all you got to tell yourself. Ooh, chicken must have just had an egg. They are happy back there. Looks like I already kind of did this. Let's grind on this guy. I need a bigger rock that doesn't move. Note to self, like I don't have enough rocks. That one. We'll see. Got some ridges on them. All right, let's go crack-a-lack. Nice. Gotta work the end before you move in. Again, for me, I kind of still have my elbow planted, even though I'm using a different tool. We're coming up just like a bopper. We're coming up with a similar motion, and then we can attack all the targets that we have, you know, sitting out there in front of us. I think this one's, oh, whoops, go back to this. Shoot. Go back to this for a second. There we go. All right. This whole dang side needs to kind of be braided. I feel little pieces hitting my leg. You probably can't see this, but I'm just dragging this across a piece of flint on the ground like this. Try to get the edge where I want it, and then I just do this. We're gonna braid it. Having a braiding rock. All right, back to this bad boy. I think right there's one. It's not gonna, it might be a bigger hit, but we really just need to change the platform up a little more. That did it. That was a good bite. That was a good bite. Maybe a little too much of a bite. I'm gonna do this one now. Not the best angle, I'm just gonna say, but it's all right. I'm gonna move towards the tip. Okay, got it. Kind of edge this up a little bit. Basically just trying to knock these deltas off. Definitely move the edge to this side, but not as flat as I usually like. We left a little hump here in the middle, which we could take off from this side. It's not like end of the world or anything. Just something to be aware of. Okay, start here. Kind of popped off. little nodule of cortex doesn't want to come off, so we do that. Give you a little bit harder spot to hit. Ow! That one shot right into the tip of my finger, but I got gloves on, so it's okay. Alright, big boy. We're almost to the point that so knocking these things off the back side. We're getting there. I'm going to stick with a hammerstone, so I don't think I have to give that up yet. Seems to be fairly effective grinding that way. Oh yeah, that cleared that off. Look at how we're getting a shape here. And it's not tiny. Not the best with this hump in the middle, but we're gonna have another chance to attack that. Okay, this is all the way to this side where we want to hit it. So now we really need to abrade. So I'm going to try to, let's think, I normally would abrade back, so I'm just gonna try this way. So I pulled it back towards me like I would normally kind of do with my hand abrader, and then I just ran it back and forth across that rock. Edge feels pretty buffed. Do this right before you hit your nipple if you want, but that's not so bad. Now what we would rather do is run some successive flakes, right? Start creating ourselves a ridge from the beginning. Run down this whole sucker. Space it out right. Alright. And again, sorry if you can't see me rubbing this on a rock on the ground, but it's not exactly the coolest looking thing. So you're not missing much. I'm gonna go here. And hopefully that sets us up for another one here. And then hopefully we can go back here and then we can clear the middle. See how this goes. Not great on that first one. Just collapsed kind of. God, a rock abrader. Let's try this again. Okay, we're getting something. And we got a little not the best right there. Again, Abo Knapping isn't the easiest, that's for darn sure. But if you know what you're trying to accomplish, I think you can figure it out. Ooh, don't swing for the fences. Just trying to catch it. My rock is taking a beating. It's not putting up good with the rock that we're napping. And if the rock's not gonna run flakes at a certain point, I can't imagine an antler is. Let's see how much this rings my hand, because it just doesn't have the same weight behind it. I might prove myself wrong. I might be able to just peel off some tiny flakes at a time. We're gonna find out here. Yeah, that one worked. These platforms just look tough. Pick up my old abrader for a minute, see if we can rough this up to napping. Peeled the flake, but just not exactly as deep as I wanted. It's all right though. Got it. Man, I had a swing for the fences though. I'm sure you guys saw that. Like, different rock would be a different story. This rock, I can't put into words how tough it is. It almost feels like it's raw. Let's see here. Peeled that off. All right. Nice. All right. Let's try to blast off right here and get this guy over to the other side. Again, we're still working through our roughness. If we get through that concrete, you better watch out. not want to come off the back. I will find a better Aboriginal abrader, I swear. So I'm going to take one more here, and hopefully that lowers this edge enough to take that cortex off. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. That peeled her. That peeled her. Better faux show. Let's tappity tap this up so we can remove this cortex from this side, which we've been working on for a while. It knows we're coming for it. I can feel the Shatek. I can feel the cortex shaking in its boots. Go. Nice. Hey, we're not doing so bad, right? Right? I'll take a high five on that. Say, at minimum, we can make the Thanona Sessa guys proud. Ooga chugga, ooga chugga. Ooga, ooga, ooga chugga. I'm going to hit that and go across there because I can. Now, that's an angle. That might not work out right, so let me go a little more straight. There we go. I'm noticing this probably just because of the angle in this. I'm having to hit this a little bit. Like when I hit, it's going more straight, so I just am having to adjust the angle of that a little bit. Again, just a different tool, right? That ain't so bad right there. Hitting sideways, not. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna hit this right here. Wrong angle. Wrong angle. Remember I said I needed to lift it a little bit different, and that I could tell when I hit it for the first time that I did not do what I said I needed to do. Let's do this again right here. There we go. Caught it. Again, I'd like to have like a moose antler, but heck, I don't think the guys from Florida were getting a hold of moose antlers. So I might just stick with what I'm doing. I still want to hit that and get this little, it's basically just a concrete delta. That's all I can call that. Spot that might come off and might give me some issues. Ooh. Trying to get the angle right. Come on, baby. There we go. I got right behind it. And we got it. That one right behind it weakened it a little bit. Of course, now I can hit a couple off of here, but still, let's do this. That's what we've been working towards, right? Oh yeah. Me flipping this thing upside down. I am just using this tool how it feels good in my hand. I think it's, my body's searching for the right way it wants to hold it, since I don't use the antlers that much. Come on. Show, think there's another one right there. Weird angle, so I'm just gonna go bam. Oh, I didn't go as far as I wanted. That would have been a lot better looking sign, but that's okay. Look where we're at. We're all up in this already. We're right there, so that's good. It shouldn't be as hard to remove. Alright, now I'm going to try to, we're going to nap this down just a little more, this edge, because we can, and any help we can do to get over this is going to help us. First shot's going to be right there. Alright, you see the platform? It's not the thickest piece in the world, but we still have all this cortex that we don't want. So it will slowly be coming off. There we go. First hit right across to the other flake. Now that face isn't looking quite so bad. That one flew right back at my face. Okay. Gonna hit that one. I'm gonna hit this one. Wowie, wow. It's gone. Oh, nice. That was an ugly spot on there. Came right off. Whatever. That little flake will come off later. Heck out of that platform, and it is not coming off, and it's in a very dangerous spot for me to have just... There we go. A little deeper than I wanted, but hey, it happens. Kind of did what I was looking to do, so. All right, a little faster way to the finish line. There the base would go flying off right now. I'm trying my best not to let that happen. There we go. Could not get it to let loose, so the hammerstone did the job. Oh, let's think here. Still some cortex to get off. Oh, this rock is tough. Nice. Took it off the backside. That was the cortex. Next time I hit this, it's coming off. Here we go. Nice. Nice. There we go. Stupid thing. Definition of banging your head on the wall, but I feel every one of these hits. And you can kind of feel when that thing starts to loosen up. Alright, well, we're getting there. We kept this thing nice and long. It's not like it's some horrible thickness or anything like that. So there's some successes in here. It wasn't a complete success. And I'm sure this is going to take me a lot longer to finish up. There we'll do in a minute. Let's take a look. Nice. Peeled it right off. All right. Not a bad preform. Not the prettiest stuff, but it's workable. It's all coming off. Tap these deltas off. Well, that delta said, "No, you're not tapping me off." There we go. Jeez. Alright, that side's looking pretty clean. A little stuff up here. Thick spot of cortex there I don't like. But it's just not the easiest to attack yet. I guess I'll start now. It's just that it wasn't the easiest to attack up until now. Alright, let's see what we can do to pop this off without popping this thing in half. Nice. Thin, maybe a little awkward looking, but thin, right? That's what we wanted to get, that hunk of goober off of there. Alright, I can pressure flake that off. I can mess with the end in that manner. Let's see. That's what I want to get off. Trying to adjust that tip. There we go. Alright guys, that stuff's wearing out my arm a little bit. I think I'm going to take a little break. This didn't come out bad at all. I think this side looks fairly clean. That side's getting there. Definitely going to make something out of this. Went this far, might as well finish it up.